we're going to make your music into a religion, which it already is anyway, only solidify it, to that. And really, I'd like for us to play outside more, Plus, I want to get into more of an earthier type of music. See, evolution is of the man, it's changing the brain. So quite naturally you're going to have hang-ups here and there of thought, But still, the whole past is going towards a higher way of thinking, towards a clearer way of thinking. But there are still some hardheads, just like you're talking about, that think this way because they don't give the cells a chance to develop in the brain, or let the souls develop, or the emotions, That's what we're trying to stop from other people, regardless of how old you are, regardless of what age thing. You always have to have that release period, that other side of you, the creative side, regardless of what your gig might be. And pretty soon, your job's going to start to be, not play, but it's going to start to be more enjoyable too. And therefore, plus, all this overpopulation, well, this is a modern age, and they do have pills for this and pills for that. Just make sure those pills are proper, because some of those pills make people sick, You get an after effect, and some of these girls get very sick trying not to have babies.
Your performance has a spiritual experience. So if there's some comments you'd like to make about that, we'd all be very interested.
Music is my scene. My whole life is based around it, so quite naturally it comes to be even more than a religion. And so what I learned through the experience of it, I try to pass on to other people, through our music, so it won't be so hard for them to go around. Like, for instance, all this violence, people running around through the streets, I can understand their point, but like, if they dig the sounds, and that's the spiritual, but it's like church, actually,
Yes.
Just like church, how you go to a gospel church. And we're trying to get the same thing through modern-day music.
I was checking, doing a little research on you. You're Sagittarian also.
Constantly.
Right? I'm Sagittarian myself. Yes. Yeah, that's the sign of great entertainer, Sagittarian. Yeah. That's why I checked you.
Well, you have to have some kind of hygiene on yourself, regardless of what you like outwards,
Yes.
And then, like, once you carry God inside yourself, well, then you're part of Him. He's part of you.
Well, Jim, it's my pleasure to extend an invitation to you to whip a light sermon on us.
Good.
Jimi Hendrix.
It's like we play like a whole vacuous, a wall of sound, a wall of feeling. That's what we try to get across. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And, like, for instance, all this drugs and all this mess, like pills and stuff. Or just don't let nobody sell you any bad stuff, that's all. No, you better not do that. Do it or make it, man. No, I've got that. Okay, just don't let anybody, pull the leg on you, because, half the people don't know what drugs and everything is nowadays anyway, And it's a very bad thing, especially when you get caught with it.
Because a lot of these old people, all they're trying to do, they want themselves old. So they tie up their brains like this, And then in the process, they try to build their own heavens. They want to be written down in war history. They want to be written down in money history, all these things. And those things are nothing but jokes. The next few years, they're going to all be jokes. And those people are going to be jokes. Some of them should be put in cages now to be looked at, because they're getting very rare.
It's like we've been working so hard, we've been going through a lot of changes in the last 2 years. That's why we haven't released anything for a while, because there's too many people trying to work with our image instead of listening to the sounds, because we're in the process of trying to make our music into a religious, it's already spiritual anyway, and we want it to be respected as such, not to be because of the long hair, because of the red and blue jeans, because of playing between your legs and all that. That's nothing but self-satisfaction. Our scene is trying to wash people's souls.
If you had the chance to communicate one general idea to the American public, what would it be?
I guess it would be understanding and communication between the different age brackets, which is no such thing about age brackets anyway, not in my mind, because a person's not actually old in numbers of years, but how many miles he's traveled, how he keeps his mind active and creative. And I guess that would be one general idea. There's millions of them, though.
Can you remember something really far back when you
Yeah, I can remember when the nurse put the dice. I remember
Can you really?
Yeah, when the nurse. I don't know what I was there for, but I remember when I used to wear diapers.
And then she was like talking to me. She took me out of the this crib or something like that. And then she held me up to the window. This was in Seattle. And she was showing me something up against the sky. There was fireworks and all that. It must have been the 4th of July, you know. I remember her putting the diaper on me and almost picking me, you know. I was, you know, and then she put like that. I remember I didn't feel so good, you know. I must have been in the hospital sick about something. And I had a bottle and all that kind of stuff. And then she held me up to the window. She's saying something about it, you know. And I was looking in the sky. It was this.
Almost an acid thing.
Wow, that's right. That's what it was because only beforehand.